Welcome, Ricky, to the podcast, the Marshmallow Money Podcast. Thank you so much for joining us today. Tell me a little about yourself, about your own acting journey. Let's talk about that.
All right, people. My name's Ricky Franklin. I'm pretty sure you haven't really heard much about me, but here I am. Okay, you got to keep it up. Anywho, back in the day, I'm talking like 2008, 2010, when I was like a baby, like a kid, you know. Your boy was basically like doing some minor roles and some Hollywood films and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. But I was still like IMDb approved and stuff like that, so I still have my credits still. So things are
Hmm.
pretty valid. But it's sort of like the same story, like the series of Suits. You know, it came out, it was sort of popular in America, but then because of the internet, their popularity went through the roof, and then they're like back on, all of these film festivals and red carpets and stuff like that. So mine is like almost the same, but not like
Hmm.
on the level of Suits. You know,
I
so
get it.
Chronicles of a Love and Found was one of the film, and Picture Perfect was one of the short film, and because of the internet and stuff, the movies from that era started to take off, and I don't know, I wasn't like doing a major role or something, but it was a small one. It got up, and then fortunately, I was in Nice already, so Cannes is like I don't know, some 40 minutes away.
Yeah.
I just got a call, and they were like, "Hey, we'd like to give you an accreditation. We have some buzz around you." Like, wait, what? I just came here for a vacation, dude. What are you talking about? So.
Right. Yeah, that sounds very shocking.
So
Like,
yeah,
yeah.
I was like, yeah, sure, go ahead. What do you need? And they were like, just a few things about where I live and stuff like that. So I just gave that, and after like 2 days, they gave me my accreditation. So I was like, okay, fine, let's go back to being a celebrity. But now I'm like a grown up, so I don't know where this is gonna go. So it just went to like a tailor here, and then I got a personalized suit in like a week, and then.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, I like French suits. I'm not gonna lie, but I mean they're good with tailoring and stuff. So
Hmm.
I got the suit and three movies. The first one was called Grand Tour, which is a French film. The second
Oh,
one was called She's Got No Name, which is a Chinese film. And the
interesting.
third one was All We Imagine as Light. So it's an Indian film. So these were the three
Okay.
premieres which I got access to, which was the main ones, the ones which, Princess Diana, Jackie Chan, and all these big people, they used to walk the main red carpet at the Lumiere Theater. That was the
Right.
same one which I went on
That's
alongside the other
amazing.
Hollywood stars.
Hmm.
It was, I mean, we were like on local newspapers and stuff in French, and they were like Hickey Franklin, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what they were talking about me, but yeah,
Wow.
that was something. And
Yeah.
those were the main three films that I got to walk in the main theater. But apart from that, a few other films, mainly, Le Comte de Monte Cristo, which is a friend of mine who made the film. It's called Dimitri Rassam. He's also based in France.
Hmm.
It was not the main screening, but it was in another theater in Cannes. So those were like some of the films that I attended along with the closing ceremony. Yeah, that's been like, I don't know. I just did something when I was like a baby, and then it just took off somehow because of the internet thing. And now I'm like just blinking and seeing like what the hell is going on around here. So
That is truly.
yeah,
And what year was the Cannes
exactly.
Film Festival that you walked? What year was that?
It was this year. It was this year,
Was this year?
2024. Happened. Yes, yes, yes,
Wow.
yes, yes. Like for 3 days, like 20, I don't remember. It was during the end of the month. Yes, it was during the end of the month for 3 days.
Okay. And who did you meet while you're at the film festival?
Ooh, okay. That's a subjective question, but okay.
Oh, which
Well, the
person that
thing
was
is,
really famous, like a really famous person that you met?
really famous person. Well, you had to ask it. Well, I don't know if you know him, but in India we have this famous musician called A.R. Rahman,
Not
which
too sure.
basically produces I mean, if you come to India, you'll know, like,
Hmm.
1.5 billion people. It's not a joke. Everybody knows about him. He makes movies for Bollywood, and he won like two Oscars in 2008 for Slumdog Millionaire, and
Oh, I watched
yeah,
that movie. Yes. Yeah.
Exactly. He was the one who composed the music for it. So the thing is he was very renowned back in the day and now he's not popular in Hollywood, I'll make that clear, but in Bollywood he's all over the place, like whoever you ask, whatever movie
Hmm.
everybody's like aiming for Bollywood, and there's this regional industry called Kollywood, which is Tamil. So he dominates that as well. So the viewership is actually more than Hollywood. So, but the thing is, it's not that, they don't have a huge buzz around it in the Western world. So yeah, his name is A.R. Rahman, and yeah, he came to sell one of his film at the March Due Film, which is a separate section apart from, the red carpet screenings. It's where, people do business, like they invest in movies, producers, actors, they try to do deals, and it's like a networking event. So he basically, he came in for that, so he was pretty chill. We were just talking around, and I'd
Wow.
say personally, I grew up watching him on TV and stuff, and now he's like
Mhm.
in front of me. I was like, yeah, bro. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool.
Wow.
I liked it.
Thank you for sharing about that. Sounds like such an amazing experience. You watched him growing up, you watched some of his movies, and now you got to meet him in real life. And that sounds like a very incredible experience.
Sure was. Sure
Mhm.
was.
Yeah. And what are some of the things you grew up watching? What are some movies that till this day you still enjoy watching?
Okay, that's a very interesting question. Movies that I grew up watching. My mom and dad were very into Titanic. I don't know why, but
Oh, Titanic.
Leonardo, exactly, Leonardo
Okay.
and Kate Winslet. I don't know. My mom and dad were crazy about them, and they were hopeless romantics. Okay, like they would make me dress like Leo and stuff, do some hairstyles and have that charm. You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
Smirk. Right.
So I don't know. It was not like a personal interest, but it grew on me. So I definitely say I like Titanic. Um, yeah, personal favorite. I'd probably put that growing up. I did idolize that guy a lot. I did.
Oh, you did. Okay. And what is your favorite
Yeah.
scene from the Titanic? Was it the end with them on an iceberg, or was it the opening shots of Leonardo DiCaprio in the UK trying to fight for his spot on the ship?
Um, I don't know which exact time was that in the movie, but when Jack saw Rose, exactly when
Oh,
Rose was like looking over in like a top deck, and then he was at a lower berth, and he was like looking at her, like gazing at her eyes and stuff, and she was giving that bombastic side eye. It could be no offensive bombastic.
right.
So yeah, that I'd probably
Mhm.
say that was my favorite. I'd probably say that was my favorite.
Okay. And are you a big fan of other like romantic dramas, romantic comedy, or is it mostly just Titanic? That's your favorite in that genre?
Well, I'd probably stick with Titanic because I don't know why. But like I told you, it just grew on me. Of course, we did see other things when growing up, but I stick with
Mhm.
this for now.
Okay. That it sounds nice. It's a really great movie. James Cameron, the director, he spent a lot of time making sure that the movie came out great and it's still timeless till this day. So,
Mhm.
great
True,
recommendation of a
true.
movie. Hmm. And what about with Bollywood and Indian films? What did you grow up watching?
Oh, okay. Controversial to what people might believe. My mom and dad are Indian, yes, but I grew up in Eritrea in a British neighborhood, and I
Mm,
grew up watching American television. So
okay.
Bollywood, I wouldn't necessarily say that, I was so into it or something.
Okay.
But I do listen to some of the songs,
Hmm.
um, when nobody's around, when nobody's around. So, well, what do I like about Bollywood?
Mm,
I don't know. It's like how do you put it? In Hollywood, it's mostly like, you make your brain work a lot. Like, you try to find logic, you try to relate, and you criticize it a lot and stuff like that. But in
mhm.
Bollywood and all of the other industries, it's more like, yeah, boy, let's put on some music and just dance with everybody. Like,
Yeah, let's dance. Mm,
so it's like an escape. I'd put it that way. Of course, you do have some movies which are like really good in Bollywood and stuff. I would give them credit, but most of it till now, at least, it's more of like, having that enjoyment when going to the movie. Like you don't want to think anything. You just want to shut your brain and just, like be like Delulu and stuff. So
Right,
that's
right.
that's what I like about like you needn't think much when going to a Bollywood movie. You'll be like, I don't even know who's gonna star in the movie, but it's a Bollywood film. Let's go, boys.
Let's go watch it. Right.
So yeah, that's what I like about it. So
Oh, that sounds really great. And did you ever watch Slumdog Millionaire? That one became very popular here in the US. I watched it.
yeah, it was.
Mhm.
I'm good friends with the villain of that movie. His name
Really?
is yes, he's actually 10 years elder than me. He currently lives in Mumbai.
Hmm.
Well, the thing is, the cast back in 2008, like I told you, I was a baby, and those
Right.
guys were like almost my age, so I did look up to them a lot. But
Hmm.
the thing is, I loved the movie, but the only thing is it had lots of controversy because it was directed by a British person, and that was the reason why Indians, got their first hand into Hollywood to begin with. But then they took over, Indians took
Wow.
over after that, so. Yeah.
Mm.
But personally, everybody took different routes. Like, Dev Patel, the one who starred in the movie, was dating Freda, the actress, the heroine in the
Oh.
movie. But then they broke up, and Freda is now married, and then Dev is like, he's sort of like, bringing in the buzz again in Hollywood. Like he's, the same actor with, yeah, Benedict. They even had a movie like last year, and now he made his own movie as a director as well. So he's doing big things. And then the villain, Mother Mittal, he went all low key. Like he made bank, and then he bought like a small estate in Mumbai, and now he's like chilling with like, sending pictures
Oh.
in front of a pool and stuff. So and then the
Yeah,
kids, some of them, yeah, some of them they study really well, so they went into like good universities and
that's
they got some good
amazing.
degrees. So personally, those guys have like spread out a lot. So yeah, things have changed and their lives are different. But overall, the movie was great. It was emotional because, Indians, and at least they look like me. So
Right.
yeah, the movie was touching. But personally, the cast and everybody, they've moved on with different lives. And
Mhm.
yeah, I think only Dev Patel is the only guy who's around. Everybody else
Oh,
is sort of out of the radar for now.
okay. And have you met Dev Patel or do you know him personally?
I've seen that guy, but I haven't really talked to him before.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
He's around. He's around.
he's around. Okay. Right.
Hmm.
I know he made a recent movie that released this year. It was called Monkey Man, and that was
Yes.
really big in Hollywood. So I think he is making his comeback, trying to get more
Yeah.
acting roles. Um,
Hmm.
it's impressive, but I'm glad you had that experience of watching Slumdog Millionaire, and it was a bit controversial, like what you were saying, with a British film director.
Hmm.
Put Indian movies on the map, and
Hmm.
I hope to see more in Hollywood.
Yeah, yeah. I hope to make it big one day too. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm in Cannes, it's the film capital of France, and you have Hollywood directors everywhere. Like, even if you go to Cannes, it's like actors want it, blah, 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 specifics. And
Mhm.
yeah, I hope to make a comeback someday too, but we'll see. We'll see.
All right. Is that what you're working on currently? Trying to find the next acting role?
As a matter of fact, yes. As a matter
Yes.
of fact,
Okay.
yes, because it was like this is like a personal thing, and I haven't really talked about it outside.
Hmm.
When I got an invite to Cannes, I was like, yeah, whatever, it's just Cannes. But the thing was,
Just
I thought
on.
that, yeah, I mean, I've seen these guys around. It wasn't like something new, but I was a kid back then. I didn't really like understand the gravity of what I was brought into. And
Hmm.
now it was like, wait, what is Timothy doing there? What's Leo doing there? What am I doing in this place? Why is there
You saw
paparazzi and
Timothy
stuff like that,
Chalamet. You saw Timothy Chalamet?
Not not like Matt, but he was around. He was around. I mean, everybody were around,
You saw him, like,
Of course, yeah, he was
wow,
around.
that's so
He was
cool.
around.
Okay.
So yeah, that's when, I was like processing things like, okay. I just came to Europe for chilling, and now I'm in like the theater of Lumiere with all of these big guys and the directors, and there's
Mhm.
like TV and paparazzi outside, and now I'm like, I don't know, even know what. Okay, well, if I came this far, then the next obvious step should be like, I should at least like be officially selected and at least walk the red carpet this time, but actually like an actor in the movie this time.
Mhm.
So that was when reality hit me, and I was like, okay, fine. Let's you've got it in there, buddy. You've got it in there. You're built for something big, but give
Yes, you
yourself time.
do.
You're just a kid. So
Hmm.
yeah, like my friends kept telling me that, and they were like, "Yo, bro, we're so proud of you, bro. You're on the other side of the planet, and you're doing great stuff. We hope to see you on television one day in the big screen, and blah blah blah." So it's
Yeah.
like, okay, fine. I think, well, I think I have a bigger destiny to fulfill, but we're getting there. We're getting there.
Right. Wow.
Mhm.
That sounds just so amazing. Cannes Film Festival, you're still in the south of France. The world is your oyster. There's so many opportunities that could happen for you to be, in the next movie, whether it's a French film, you know, all Hollywood film. There's a lot there. So I hope all the best for you.
Thank you. Thank
No problem. And I know you mentioned earlier that you grew up watching a lot of American TV shows. Which ones do you remember
you.
watching?
Hannah Montana. You get the best of both worlds. Chill it out, take it slow. Then you're,
And
I
you
got the
got the
show.
show. That's a really great
Yeah,
show.
boy.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know why it just stuck in my head. So,
It's very catchy.
mhm.
It's a
Yeah.
really good show.
Hmm.
Right.
I did have a small crush on, Miley back in the day, not anymore, but yeah, yeah, back in the day, back in the
Back in the
day.
day. Did you
Hmm.
used to watch like Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, Lizzie McGuire, or mostly just Hannah
They all
Montana?
used to air on Disney, I guess, right?
It did, yes.
Yes, yes, yes. I'm not good with the names, but yeah, I do remember all
Okay.
these guys. Sabrina, Selena Gomez,
Hmm.
Zac Efron, all those guys were there.
High School Musical. Right.
Yes, 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 yes. High school.
Yes. Wow. Yeah, that was my childhood too. Very
Now
similar.
we're talking.
Sorry, what was that?
Now we're talking.
Now we're talking. Exactly. Those movies were great. Disney Channel, Camp Rock, High School Musical. It made all of our childhoods very entertaining movies. I still watch it till this day.
Good
Right.
that we can relate to each other. Yeah, boy.
Yeah, we can. For sure. And what is something you're looking forward to watching this year? Like, what is an upcoming movie, upcoming show that you're excited for?
Mm, that's a very interesting question.
Hmm.
A movie that I'm looking forward to watch. I think it's still La Comte Monte Cristo. I don't know why, but I mean, I saw it screening in Cannes, and I don't know why, but it's how do you put it? It was based in Marseille, which is about like 2 hours from here. I've been to Marseille lots of times, and it has like rich history. So I mean, I do love reading European history. So
Hmm.
it was like it's basically a revenge story,
Ooh.
and yeah, it's like a person he basically he dies on paper. He reincarnates himself as like a very wealthy individual who actually finds treasure, and then he gets a new name, and it's like I don't know. People might call that role crazy, but I really liked it. So yeah, and I expect to see that movie around, you know. And a lot of the cast are really friendly too because they live around here as well, in Monaco and Nice, and they live around here. So it's like seeing your neighbors on television, you know. So yeah, that's I mean that's a fully French movie, yes, but I saw it with English subtitles, and I like the music. I like the choice of clothes. I like the color grading. It felt more like, a video game rather than just another movie that just came out.
Hmm.
So I really like it, and I really look forward to it. And the thing is, no matter where you are in France, it's always Pierre's face in the poster,
Mhm.
everywhere, like in the billboards, in the train station, in your ads. These guys are everywhere. So
Right.
yeah, I hope to see them like, blow up really big, and make it in Cannes. I mean,
I
that
hope so
at
too.
least like next year. Yeah, so their movie did screen, but they were out of competition last minute, so that was one thing.
Mhm.
But hey, it was the same thing with One Direction, so you'll never know. You'll never know. But I hope they make it big because I really like the movie a lot.
Well, that I really hope so too. Like, I know you watched it and you're just like hoping so much for this movie to be a success. I hope so as well.
Let's see where
Right.
it goes.
So what was that?
Let's see where it goes.
Yeah, we'll see. Because like you never know. Some movies might start off not being a success and then it really goes up and everyone starts watching it. It becomes a box office success.
Exactly, exactly. It's not like back in the day when you just make a movie and then, you expect to, make like 10 million through tickets and then that's pretty much the end of it. You just sell it through DVDs. But now
There's
it's like you just make a movie and maybe even after you die, somebody might like it and it might become a trend and you might even like earn revenue through
right.
that. So now it's because of the internet, the structure of how, the entertainment business works has changed a lot. Like people even credit off of Michael Jackson's music right now, and he's
Hmm.
not around anymore. It's just
Nope.
which would sound kind of creepy if Michael Jackson was around, but hey, that's reality. It's the same music, it's the same with film and everything. So yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll never know what might happen. They might start somewhere, but we'll never know unless it takes off, like actually takes
Exactly.
off. So
Right.
we'll
Social
see.
media can really help boost a movie, make it famous again.
True, true, very true.
Right. Now, Ricky, what is one thing you want to tell an inspiring actor? What is one piece of advice?
Ooh, okay. Well, uh, the thing is when you are an actor, anything that requires you to, have trust in yourself, don't lose hope, all right? Because I mean, how do you put it? I was once telling my father, well, hey, uh, I want to be this, I want to be that. He supported me, yes. But when I told that to my friends, they were like, wait, be realistic, man. You're just delusional and stuff like that, you know? And
Mm.
it went to the point where, I was watching Iron Man with my father on television, and it was like the stage when, there were like magazine posters of him like coming up and there was like this thing on Rolling Stone and stuff. And then I actually had the guts to say, Dad, I was on there too, you know? So
You
that's what I'm
were.
telling you. Like,
Hmm.
yeah, I mean, that's what I'm telling you. If anybody is like aspiring to be someone in the future,
Hmm.
you have to be delusional to a certain degree because once the dream happens, it's only going to be yours. It doesn't necessarily like, have to get approval from like 8 billion people from around the world.
Hmm.
I mean, even it's not like even Hollywood is like known to that degree. Like, you have to keep yourself persistent. You have to keep your head up. A lot of people are gonna say things to your face, but you shouldn't take them personally. You're gonna have lonely days where you be like, oh, maybe I'm not enough. Maybe my skin color is bad. Maybe my accent's bad. But hey, if
Hmm.
you're unique, if you have a specific character and
Right.
you have a unique selling point,
Hmm.
someday someone is gonna see the value in you and he's gonna take a shot on you. So
Hmm.
if you are unique, be unique. There's no need to,
Exactly.
blend in with others and be the next Barbie doll or be the next Leonardo DiCaprio. No, if there's a Leonardo DiCaprio out there, why are they going to choose a counterfeit? No, they're going to choose you for who you are. If you're, let's say, Beach 101, for example, if you're Mr. Beach 101 and you're known for XYZ, they're going to choose you because you're Beach 101 and you're known for XYZ. That's your selling point. So if you're someone with a unique character, just stick to that.
Hmm.
People might find you crazy, but hey, someday you're just gonna take off. So
Exactly.
yeah, just be yourself, be crazy. No, nobody's really gonna care too much. Like we're all gonna die someday. So, yeah,
Very
just
true.
just be
Very
delusional, be crazy, go out there, do stuff. Just don't listen to anybody. We got this, bro. We got this.
exactly.
Yeah, take it from me. Take it from me.
Thank you, Ricky. That was some really great advice for anyone that's in the acting industry, film industry. They need to hear that you can do it, you can make it, for who you are, being authentically yourself. That is phenomenal advice. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
And that concludes the end of this podcast with Ricky
Woo-hoo.
Franklin. Thank you for taking the time to join the podcast, talking about Cannes Film Festival, your love for movies and shows, American TV, and your own acting experience. Thank you again.